I can go there and talk. Yes.
दो माइक है वहाँ पर तो सब माइक चल रहा है मैडम क्या
Dr. Pink, I hope you are all able to hear me.
Yes.
And I am a medico by profession. Maybe it is a little bit surprising for you. I practice in Kalwa. It's a small subcorporate handle all know. So I practice there, and I am a postgraduate in Panchakali. But while studying, you all need some space for yourself. Whenever we are studying, we study for a purpose, like. And the main purpose behind studying is getting a good job or having a good life or a good quality of life, right? So I have a daughter, maybe a little bit younger than your age. So I know what is a series of thoughts. So when you study, when you earn for your body, for your soul, for your stomach, right? You get your pay package, you get your salary, you earn for your body. But I would say whenever you follow your passion, not full time, not necessarily full time, but whenever you do something for your pleasure, your happiness, maybe it is in the form of your hobby or your art, you are earning food for your soul. Okay? So as a doctor, I would suggest, like your body needs food, your soul also needs food. So every time, whenever you are working in an IT company, you all will become good management. I don't know you are from management, right? CA, finance, whatever. So you all would be going into good, individuals who will be earning a good package. But all package is not everything, right? Many of you must be agreeing with me. Package is not everything. It is very important, but it is not everything. So I would just like to tell you that you should do something soulful for your whole life. This is my small message, you can say. Because I see my son, my daughter in your okay? So maybe this is the 5th or 6th time I am facing some students with you. I'm a bit nervous also, so kindly cooperate with me. My today's topic, which I am going to elaborate, demonstrate and teach you is Warli painting. Warli painting basically is our painting of Maharashtra. It's not coming? Now is it okay? So Warli painting is basically, India is a land, a very rich land of what we call different art forms. Different art forms means like we have different states. Every state has its own what we call mitti ki sugandh. So every state has its own folk art. Like in Bihar, you can see Madhubani painting. In Orissa, you have Pattachitra. Okay. So from Bengal, you have Bengali Pattachitra. From some tribal areas of Bengal, we have Santal painting. So there are many folk art forms. From Kerala, we have Kerala mural paintings. So like different martial or performing arts with every state, we have different art forms also belonging to different states. So Warli is our painting because it is from Maharashtra, from the tribal areas of Maharashtra, the northern part of Maharashtra. Okay, when we move towards Gujarat, the border of Maharashtra, Gujarat or Madhya Pradesh, you can find some tribes which are called Warli tribes. Okay, so the name comes from Warli. So these Warli tribes, they are very primitive tribes. Their basic occupation is agriculture and some activities related to forests. That is, they cut wood, they sell wood for timber, they sell wood for their fuel purposes. Then basic main occupation of there is agriculture. Why I am telling you all this is their paintings depict their agriculture and their way of life. Okay. So every time you see a Warli painting, the color scheme of the Warli painting is traditional. If you go for genuine Warli paintings, okay. So these tribes, they are very simple lifestyle. They generally are very hardworking people. They sell timber and do agriculture for their living. So whenever they get small, opportunities of celebration, they will try to decorate their homes and their walls and their surroundings. So for decoration purposes, they are using this Warli art. The origination of Warli art starts from here. Okay. It is a very simple art from very lucrative and very, what we call it, it's very intricate but very beautiful. Anybody who is having a simple basic knowledge of sketching can sketch it. I will be demonstrating very basic things today so that you can start your journey with that. If you are interested, you can always contact me for details. Okay. So there are certain things which I would like you all to know. Okay, they basically did all type of their celebrations like marriages, then birth of a newborn child, or you can say harvest festival because they are agriculture people. So the harvest is like Diwali for them. So harvest festivals and all are celebrated in very gay and fervor, and they all start painting, cleaning their house like we do in Diwali. We clean the house, they cover their walls with cow dung and whatever else is like terracotta, what we call geru. It's an earthy pigment. It's reddish brown in color, and you can just get a mud of that geru. You can just liquefy it or dissolve it in water and use it as a base layer for the painting. So basically it is a mural painting. Mural painting means paintings done on walls. Okay? So the walls are first prepared by giving them a layer of cow dung or geru, and then they are painted. Now, what do they paint? They paint their own story. Every folk painting, not only Warli, has its own story to tell. Okay? So if it is a marriage or if it is a celebration of a birth of a small child, they will paint those motifs. If it is a harvest festival, they will paint the agricultural scenes. Okay? Above all, everybody has their own image of God in them. So they have specific God motifs also, which they paint in the center of the wall, and they decorate that wall with nice borders. Then around the goddess name is Falghat. Falghat is a goddess of infertility. So whenever a marriage happens in the family and the elders bless the newly wed bride and bridegroom, they make a painting in which they place the goddess in between, the Falghat goddess denoting the goddess of fertility, and they will paint stars and sun and moon, all the auspicious holy signs. So this is basically about what motifs they will be painting. Okay. Now if you look at any Warli painting, it is basically geometric in nature. Okay. So we can see triangles. Prominently triangles are seen. The body parts, that is the body structure of the component or every Warli figure is denoted by triangles. Okay. The triangles need not be equal or very, because every tribal painting, no artist is doing the tribal painting. The people, locals are doing the painting. Okay, Warli painting. So there is no, you cannot find very good finishing or that, but there is a lot of intricacy in the painting, or there is a good symmetry in the painting. Okay. So regarding the figures, if you see, the human figures are generally denoted by triangles, and hands, legs, they are stick figures, okay? They are liners or linears. Okay? So generally triangles and lines, they compromise and they make a figure. Then how do they give a motion to the figure? If you change the angle of the triangles, if you change the angles of the stick of the hands and legs, automatically you can induce some motion into that Warli figure. I will be demonstrating everything. I know this is very, sometimes theory becomes a bit boring. But I want you all to know all this, because at the end of the session, I will be, just to make it a more interesting, I will be asking a quiz. So I hope this doesn't bore you. Okay. Yeah, there is one more thing, that in olden Warli tradition, only Suvasanis or ladies, those who were married, those who had a living husband, were allowed to do the holy painting on the walls. Nowadays, if they are doing it for a living, Warli is highly acclaimed internationally all over the world. So there are so many things on which we are doing Warli painting, like mugs and pots, even fabrics and saris. You can see them everywhere. Furnitures, then trays, home decor. I'm so sorry. So everywhere we are using the Warli motifs, and it has become very highly acclaimed in the international handicraft market also. So, but in the primitive days, only Suvasanis were allowed to do all this. And yes, they have a very special dance form whenever they celebrate their harvest or their marriage. Like we all know Garba, right? So it is very, very similar to Garba. They hold hands and they have a synchronizing motion of their feet and hands, and it resembles Garba, but the music tone and the dance steps are a little bit different, and the dance is called as Tarpa. Okay? The Tarpa is a terminology because in that whole group of ladies and gents who are performing the Tarpa dance, in the center, one or two people are always standing and they are playing an instrument. That instrument is called Tarpa. Hence, the dance is also called Tarpa dance. Okay? So there is a very interesting thing about this instrument. That is, this instrument is made from dudhi bhopra, or we called it gourd in English. Okay? So in jungles generally, you can find such type of big pumpkins. It's a family of pumpkins only. But then they remove all the seeds from that and they dry it properly. It is treated, properly in sunlight, and it is made into a musical instrument that is called tarpa. Okay. So this tarpa is played and people dance around this tarpa, around this person who is playing tarpa, and that is why dance is called tarpa dance. It is a very integral part of Warli painting, because every painting, every next painting if you see in Warli, it does have a small circular component which compromises of this dance. Okay. So if anybody has any questions, you can surely ask me, or I'll just move on to the demonstration. If you wish, you can have some rough papers or a pencil or a pen, anything if you wish to note down. You can always stand up and ask me anything if you want. Whatever I know, I will be happy to share with you. One more thing I forgot to tell you is the traditional Warli painting is always done in a color which is called terracotta, like reddish brown, or a sap green color, a dirty green color. Sap green color is a chutney green or a dirty green color. Okay? Why? Because the cow dung and the terracotta geru material is in that shade. But nowadays, when we are doing products or we are uplifting this art form, we are doing it in various colorful manners. Okay? So it has become a trend, If you do it in traditional colors, it is called traditional Warli. If you do it in some modern scheme or some contemporary scheme, if you are planning a restaurant scene to be placed in a Warli format, it becomes a fusion Warli. Okay? So in case somebody tells you if we are doing something in fusion Warli, for example, you people do your college fest, try to decorate the compound or some big murals and all. So you can use fusion Warli for the purpose. They have a nice colorful blended backgrounds on which you can place these Warli motifs. Okay? Then one more terminology is Warli murals. So sometimes in Warli murals, we use clay to make these Warli shapes, and then we can use them on the sculpture or something like that. So basically the font remains the same, the medium and the material changes. Okay? So let us start with the demonstration. Hello. Basically, it is a story of triangles. Two triangles which are placed one above the other in the opposite manner. Okay? This one, it will denote the upper body. And this one will denote the lower body. Is this visible to everybody, or should I make it a big like? So this is the upper body and this is the lower body. Then we have two stick lines which denote the feet. Very simple thing to see. Two stick lines which denote the upper legs or hands, you can say. There is a small line which denotes the neck. I think we have all done this in our primary school. Yeah. So this generation is quite smart. And then we have a face. Okay. See, the basics everybody knows, but whenever you draw or plan to do something, you need to have a good integrity and symmetry also. So that needs to be done at our end. Okay. So there is no rule or any restriction like the proportion should be this and that. It's nothing. Like sometimes you can change the shape of this. You can make a triangle like this. Give it a fancy and a contemporary look. Lower body will look better. There is just one thing which I always follow. The head plus neck should be 1/3 of the total body. Okay? So whatever is approximate, length of your full body, the head and neck should be 1/3. Approximately. So that it doesn't look, misfit. So whenever you are making a big composition, a line of Warli, all the Warlis need to be in the same dimension and this. That is why you just need to have in mind that the neck plus the head should be 1/3 of the total body. This is just what I do. Okay. Now this Warli will depict how he will look from the front. In case you want to draw some Warli which is a side face Warli, like this. So you need to draw an English letter alphabet K. Okay? The K you have to turn into 2 triangles like this. Okay? This will represent the back, the spine portion. This will be the neck, the face. Okay? Preferably the upper body should always be equal to or shorter than the lower body. So I am just making some changes. Then, if this is the shoulder of the person, from here the first arm will come out, and from this point the second arm. This is how you will show the figure in a sideways portion. Okay? The legs will again not be straight. We need to fold them at the knee joint, so they will be this way. Okay? So this will be sideways and this front face. Anybody has any queries in this? I can hear something. Maybe I can help you out with your doubts. Feel free to ask. Okay, so how many of you are doing with me? I'd like to know. Are you all doing something? Are you all doing so that I can show you some different things also? Otherwise, I can move to the other topic like trees and all. Hello? Yes. If you all are trying to do, then I'll help you out with some more figures, like 2 or 3 extra figures. I'll be drawing some Warli figures with musical instruments and all. You are interested? Thank you, sir. So now I'll be drawing a Warli with the toolkit. For that, you need to again draw your triangles like this. I'll make a bit bigger figures so that it is visible to people who are sitting at the end. Every time you draw a figure, the triangles are mandatory, right? This is the neck. This is the face. Okay. Now, whenever you are drawing a dholak, it is generally placed here. So you need to make a marking for your dholak and erase the internal portion like this. Okay. You can always give it a shape of a dholak. Okay. So this is the placement of the dholki. Then again, from one shoulder end, you will put one hand like this. From the other shoulder end, you will put one hand like this. This is the basic anatomy. You can place the leg like this also, or if you want to show them in a dancing position, you can always make it like this. here. So by the movement of, like I told you, the motion or the movement or the folding of the body parts is denoted by the angles of the sticks. Whatever lines or whatever you're folding the structures, you can just change the angle of the folding. Like you did the side Warli, okay? So if you keep this spine straight, you make a K, it becomes a sideways. But if you just change this angle, if the angle is like this, you can show a Warli who is, doing some agriculture activity, folding in his waist. So you can show it, if you change this angle, you can show it doing some activity, like cutting or something. The basic sketching involves the rotating or putting your stick, your lines into a motional pattern. One more thing I forgot to tell you is the males in Warli are denoted like they make only a circle. But if you want to show that she is a female, you can just put this. Okay? The males will always be denoted like this, and the females will be denoted like this. Okay? So this was the first portion. If anybody has some queries or something, you can ask me. Or if anybody is getting bored, I can ask me some questions. So,
उन्होंने बोला वो एंगल यू कैन चेंज दैट एंगल यू कैन चेंज अकॉर्डिंग टू रिक्वायरमेंट
पहले अपना ध्यान दे
silent students. I will repeat the portions. That is so that you can understand. This is what Warli who is front facing you is facing you. This is front one. Now if you have to draw a sideways, you have to draw a K. There is a certain angle over here, right? This angle. Okay. So if you want to show the same person, he is just bending down. You have to reduce this angle as per your mathematical calculation, right? So for reducing this angle, you can just tilt this triangle. You can draw the K like this. You can make this into two triangles. Whatever is required to your project, you can reduce or increase this angle to give that particular motion to the wire. And then you can add the legs like this, the hands like this. Every time the rule is that the hand should start from the two shoulder corners, like we have our hands, in the same way. Okay? So ultimately this angle has decreased, so the bending motion can be seen. So we have all done all this. I have some scriptures like huts, birds and trees which are done in Warli, especially Warli painting. So, but we have all done this in our primary classes. I'll just be showing you one or two to brief up because they basically use dried grass and thatched roof to their huts. So you can always show them. I know the basic drawing which we give, elementary exams and all, we have all done in those. Okay? So I'll just give you a briefing. There are sometimes thatched roof like this. One more interesting thing I forgot to tell you is about the borders of this painting. These paintings are very beautifully adorned with beautiful borders. Borders are generally geometrical in shape, like they incorporate different geometrical shapes like triangles or quadrilaterals, or say some holy signs like Shankha, Chakra, Padma, that is lotus. All the holy signs that we generally place at the entrance of our houses for good omen. So all these good holy signs or some geometrical shapes are also used in the borders of this painting. Though the borders are not mandatory in Warli painting, like in other folk painting of Madhubani which comes from Bihar, borders are always mandatory. Okay? If you are a genuine Madhubani artist, you cannot paint your picture without a border. Okay? So, but Warlis, they are not compulsory, but people do very beautiful borders. If you go to a certain village in those tribal areas, all the houses in that area, you will see having beautiful Warli paintings with double or triple line borders. Okay? So that was also a point I just missed out. Huts are generally very basic and common. They have 2-story or 2 layers, and they have very small doors and small windows, curved shaped windows like this. And this is all thatched, dried grass or dried wood, like bamboo woods. Bamboo family से जो ये आते हैं twigs, उसके they make huts. One more important point I still forget. The paintings, nobody asked me this question. How do they paint? If they are primitive tribal areas, they come from primitive tribal. How do they paint? What pigment do they use? So, yeah. Pardon please, I got the answer from somebody. White paste. They use white paste and they use rice paste. That's good. They use rice flour. It is very finely ground. Rice is soaked. It is finely ground, and then it is used for making the sculptures. Okay. Sometimes for the red color and all, they use the geru mixture also, which I told you. Geru is a small brick-like colored pigment or stone. They grind it, right? They grind it and they dilute it in water and make it a paint. But it is made waterproof because they add sometimes they add glue in it. जो गोंद का लड्डू हम लोग बनाते हैं, that arabic glue is added. So that was the thing. Now one important thing is how to Warli draw their animals. Sometimes you can see bullock carts or bullocks or cows, which is a major part of agriculture, horses. So even birds are also seen in the picture. They are also drawn in the form of triangles. Okay. So I'll just show you one horse is there. Again, the story of triangles is there. The body is depicted in the form of triangles. And the head is also triangular in motion. The legs again the stick figures. Hello? Yeah, the legs are again in the stick figures. Somewhat in the triangular forms they try to depict. All the animals will be in the triangular forms only, but for horse the tail will be something different. That will just show you that it's a horse. Or from the bullock the body will be bulky, but they will be in the form of a triangular concept only. Okay. The birds are generally not shown in triangular form, but half circular. You can make your own inputs and modifications in that. So this is a basic, semicircle and circles, they combine to get smaller birds because birds are a very small component. So we are done with the sketching portion. If somebody has any query, can you please ask me? So one question I would like to ask you, if anybody has done Warli before, like on some like an art form, Have you done? So it's time for the quiz now. Anybody knows who has promoted this art, or any famous artist, any famous Warli artist? He's from the same tribe. He has a very unique name, you can say, because tribal names are generally unique. Just asking for a query because many people are getting bored now and they're not able to hear me also at times. So, Jiva Mashe is the name of the man. He's still there. He's quite old. I think he's around 80, 85. And he originated, or maybe he not originated, that art form is live from so many years, they practice it at their home. But he took it to a professional level. He brought those tribal people, their products to the handicraft market. And he has been awarded with a very national award for that. So I don't remember the year and all, but we should always appreciate those people who are behind these art forms, right? So he is one of them. Anybody has any queries? The last portion of my topic is there today. I will be trying to show you how to draw the tarpa dance and the tarpa instrument in a symmetrical way. So there is a small geometrical, it's very easy for you all. But for us it was a bit this, how to maintain that symmetry, So we just made it a small formula to draw that tarpa, and then it becomes easier. Okay? So we are supposed to draw 2 concentric circles. Two concentric circles should be parallel to each other. The distance between the 2 circles should be more or less equal. So this looks like a wall clock, right? And we are going to see the positions. This is the 12 o'clock position, the 6 o'clock position, 9 and 3 o'clock position. Okay? So we have divided it into 4 parts. Every part is a quadrant. This everybody knows. For every quadrant, wherever I have drawn this line, at the clock position, you need to draw the Warli. This is the way you can get the symmetry, because of the symmetry and proper placing only you will get a good finish and good intricacy in your paintings. You can draw a big tarp also. They are very good space filling elements, tarpas. So now this we have got. Hope the people at the back are able to see. I am not able to hear anybody. Everybody is sleeping at the back. That is a very comfort position, no? Like we were in college, we also used to take back seats first. So this will be our body and this will be his feet. I have marked these 2 positions, right? Now what I will be doing is, I will be accommodating some number of Warlis here. According to the space I have. If my circle is too big, I can have number of Warlis. If my circle is small, I have some 3 or 4 Warlis. So that depends upon the circle's diameter. So I will be placing my, in this space I can put 3 Warlis. So whatever number of Warlis are accommodated in the first quadrant should be same in every quadrant. Should be same in every quadrant. Got it? So एक क्वार्टर में अगर 3 बैठेंगे तो नेक्स्ट क्वार्टर 3. Okay? Try to make them as close as possible. I'll draw one quadrant from you so that you can just understand.
families here. Accordingly, you can make their heads and the legs. All of them should be similar. Okay. Now, when the hands are concerned, you can just start one of the hand from the shoulder of one person and to the waist of the other. Like this. So you get a very beautiful pattern and it is done in a nice way. Is that okay for people who are listening? So hope you have understand it's a very simple concept at your level. But sometimes it becomes difficult. You try doing something, seeing a DIY project on YouTube, and you don't get that symmetry. So these calculations may help you. Okay? So I think this should be, the sketching portion has ended. If anybody has any queries or any doubts, you can always ask. Oh, I have not told you. I have my venture by the name De-Stress with Art. I am a medical professional. So I have many psychological patients also. And we have art therapy workshops also. I train many NGOs. In case anybody of you, hello? Yeah. In case anybody of you had come across somebody who needs a special counseling session which includes something that needs to be diverted, like art is the best thing you can do. Okay? You can always get in touch with me, and we help the patients to reduce their anti-anxiety medicine dosages and all. We have gone through. I am not trained or qualified for that, but being a medico, I understand them, I listen to them, and through my art therapy sessions, I help them out. Okay? And apart from that, I train people in almost 25 different art forms, from all folk paintings to oil paintings, murals, stone carving, everything. So you can always visit De-Stress with Art on Facebook and Instagram. So I would definitely like to have a feedback on this session. And it was really very nice interacting with the newer generation like you. Thank you so much.